As most of you know, and if you do not know, well, now you do. My favorite color is blue, and we've got a decent amount of blue labeled bottles on the shelves behind us. I told my wife, go ahead and pick 6 bottles with blue labels and pour them in their respective glasses, and let's have a fun blind. And that's what we have today. Inside this answer key here are the 6 bottles of bourbons that we have poured in front of us. Which one is going to come out on top? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Jerk, bringing as a brand new video. Today we've got a fun one in store. Like I said, we've got 6 bottles with blue labels poured in the blue glasses, labeled in the blue answer key. And this is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to dive into this blind. Make sure you guys drop that like, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on what your favorite blue labeled bottle of bourbon or whiskey is down in the comments below. You guys are going to know what I'm drinking as I'm drinking it. So let's start with letter A here. On the nose, really nice and sweet. A little marshmallowy note. Has a little bit of a licorice note. Not a lot of proof, a little light on the proof. I do like the nose. It's not the best nose in the world, but it's definitely far from the worst. Let's dive in the palate. Ooh, that's light. Banana notes. I have an idea of what this is off of the initial palate immediately. Toasty, a bunch of oak, a little tinge of a bitterness, but it's not a bad bitterness. It brings in some more sweetness and a nice roundness around this thing. It's got a little bit of a softness, not a lot of proof behind this. Finish is not super long, but the overall flavor profile of glass A, really nice. Let's dive into glass B. Much sweeter nose, much brighter. Orange notes, more vanilla notes, more along the lines of like sugary candy notes, like soft gummy candies almost. I like this. And you guys always say, I don't have water. Today, I'm going to take a sip of water just to prove to you that I do drink in between. There we go. Palate is cleansed like a lot of you guys think I don't do, but I do. I promise you just don't see it on camera. So on the nose again, vanilla notes, lots of sugary candy, soft gummy candy notes. There is a touch of a cinnamon. A nice and light, a little bit more, maybe a little bready note. Let's dive in the palate. A little proofier than A. A little bit more viscosity going on with this. It's got a little bit more of an oily film. Bright sweetness, bright sweetness through and through. Really nice palate. I like B a lot more than A. B comes through as a little bit more bolder, a little bit more brighter. It's not as dark. A was dark. B is bright and in your face. This is a really nice sip of whiskey here in B. I'm automatically going to put it right in front of A. Take another sip of water just so you guys know. I'm going to do this on camera throughout this entire video. Moving on to C. Before we get into C, make sure you guys check the link out down below for the Patreon. We've got a fun Discord going on. It's growing like crazy. We have a lot of fun. We've got a November bourbon bottle raffle that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be a blast. We do a lot of fun things. We've got more barrel picks coming here in the future. We do a lot of fun things, and we are also in the works of working on the Patreon only blind. So if you want in on that, you got to get in on the Patreon. So check that link out down below. As little as $2 a month. You help support me and the channel, and I appreciate any support that you guys want to bring. But back into letter C here. The nose, ooh. Crafty almost. I like C. Maybe a little bit of a touch of a maple. No, maybe not maple. There's a thickness, a syrupiness coming off of this nose. It just smells thick. Why? I don't know. It smells really nice. It's rich. It's decadent. It's got a mapley note. Let's dive in the palate. Definitely thick, syrupy. Wow, what is that? It's got a honey note. I don't want to go and make an assumption that this is something that has honey finish, but it is thick and viscous and rich in the honey. That it's coming through really, really pleasant. I like it. It's sweet. It's bright. It's really, really like almost like the crystallized, the big crystalled sugars, the Demerara sugar in a way. Really, really nice, like a creme brulee topping, like burnt a little bit, but not over the top burnt, like almost not creme, not bruleed, almost in the way to where it's a little bit more like a sugar on the raw. C is really, I don't know if it's better than B, but it is definitely, I think, better than A. Yeah, I think C is definitely a little bit better than A. If it's, from what I remember with the Blue Note honey, it's a little bit more proofy than that. I don't know what that could be. We're going to find out at the end, though. Let's dive into letter D. But before we do, we've got to have a little sip of water there to cleanse the palate. Letter D. Whoa, that note, whoa. Okay. That is sweet. That is rich. That's got a lot going on for it. Oh my. Leather notes. Wow, okay. The nose on this, you can dive into this and just enjoy every aspect from this. Wow. This nose is beautiful. It's got a lot going on for it. I can't really wrap my head around what I'm going off of this. It's toasty, it's marshmallowy, it's got some graham cracker notes. Wow. Really beautiful nose. Let's dive into this palate. Palate's a little drier than what I was expecting it to be from the nose. Really, really soft, but it dries the outside of my tongue, brings in a lot of moisture on the top of my tongue. It's not as viscous as I was expecting it to be off of the nose. I thought the nose was going to be a little bit more popping on the palate. It's not the longest finish. It's a little bit light on what I was hoping this to be. It's bright, it's nice, it's sweet, but it's not, I just don't know if the palate lived up to the expectations of what I was expecting off of the nose. But I do think it's better than A. I do think that this one was better than A. Let's move on to letter E. We've got two more to get into here. I do love my water. I do love my water. Okay, there's an oak presence on this one. Right off the bat, and then cherries. This has a depth to it. It's got a proofy nose, too. There's a richness rolling out of this glass that the other four so far have not had. Lemons. Like lemon zest. This nose is really nice. It pops. It's right there in your face, but that really nice, sweet, oaky note that kind of reminds me a little bit of a campfire. But it's like almost like the way it reminds me of a campfire is how like the smoke like sticks to your clothes sometimes, and you have that little subtle smoky note coming off of you when you leave the campfire and you still smell it the next day. Maybe the same way you have a scar and it sticks to your clothes. It's subtle, it's soft, it's easy, but the prevalent note is sweet, deep, and dark. E's nose is by far the best so far. Let's dive into this palette. E has this robustness that just kind of lingers and sits and tingles every little nook and cranny of your palate. It's got more of an oaky note than the other four so far, but there's no bitterness to it. It's got some cherry notes, some vanilla notes. That little bit of that lemony vibe is there. That the lemon zest that I got on the nose also translates into the palate as well. The finish is still going on this. This is the longest finish out of all of them so far. and it gets a cola note on that back end in the finish as well. I do think that this is better than at least these two so far. I don't know if it's better than either B or C so far, but E is really, really nice. Let's move on to our last and final glass, letter F. But before we do that, as always, nice little cleanser of the palate. F's nose is, oh wow, more on the lines of the royal icing vanilla notes, really sweet, light vanilla in your face. Kind of reminds me of, I say this one bourbon gives me that vanilla note all the time, is Benchmark Single Barrel. Vanilla note, one hit wonder, but it's the best vanilla that you can get. And this has that vanilla note through and through. I like that nose a lot. It's nice and sweet. This is, if it's anything that is vanilla on the palate, this is pushing that envelope in the nose as well, and I'm expecting it to be on the palate. We're gonna find out right here. It's a little darker, almost like a French oaky vibe. Wow, I like that. I don't know if I love that though. It's got a little bit of a bitterness on the back end of the palate. Rolls into this like bittery oaky note, but it's in the very beginning, it's very, very nice. It's very pleasant and enjoyable. It's sweet, it's oaky, it's vanilla vibe, a little darkness, maybe a little bit of like a cherry Coke note coming through as well, like I was getting off of the previous one, letter F or letter E. That's really nice. Not the best. I do think it's better than A though. A was, from what I remember, not the most impressive out of these 6. But what we're going to do is we're going to dive back into these one more time off camera, and we're going to dive into and see which one is going to come out on top. And I will see you guys on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our final order for these 6 blind samples. And in this answer key right here, we are going to crack this open together. And we are going to find out what we have in these 6 glasses. Very excited here because these are all really, really good. The bottom 2 could have been in the top 2 in any other blind, but what I will say about E here, why E got first before we dive into this, before either flabbergasted or amazed, is the nose into the palate, into the finish was the best experience through and through. The nose was the best. The initial palate was very, very nice. But the one thing that stood out on E was the length of the finish for how light it was. It was really, really like just lasted forever compared to each and every other one. See here, the palate was thick. It was viscous. It was really, really nice. It was really, really good. And then letter B here in the 3rd place, just another great experience. Whereas these bottom 3, any other blind probably would have got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd as well. But these 3 here just stood out a little bit more than these. So let's dive in here and let's find out. You guys are going to see, I'm going to let you see what this says before I do so that you guys know. And let's find out right here, right now, what these are. Okay, so we had the Jack Daniel's 100, which has to be this one right here. It's got to be this, Jack Daniel's Heritage. We had the Weller Foolproof. Okay, that's this right here. We had the Blue Note Honey. Okay, so I'm hoping I caught the honey vibe off of the honey bourbon, but who knows. We had the Cedar Ridge 105, which is, where is that bottle? Notes on this side of the shelves. There it is. This one right here. Then we had, oh, she pulled out a big gun here. Eagle Rare 17. Subtle blue note on the Eagle Rare. Okay, I see you. And then finally, F was the Legrand white sticker, which means that is this one right here in front, Eagle Rare single barrel, or the Eric Legrand single barrel. So let's find out right here, right now, where these fell. In last place, we had letter A, which was the Jack Daniel's 100 proof. Okay, all right, I see you. That again, a bottle that is good and could have won in any other blind, but this one right here, it unfortunately did get that last place mark. In 5th place, we had letter F. Letter F was the Legrand White Sticker, which is this one right here. It's cast strength 4-year-old, comes in at 115 proof, and it is the single barrel bourbon from the Barrel Drip. So that is that bottle right there. In 4th place, we had letter D, and letter D was the Cedar Ridge 105. Very nice blue label there from Cedar Ridge, double barrel. It's kind of like a homage to my pick, which everybody has absolutely loved. So if you like my palette, a lot of people like my palette, get in on the Patreon, because I've got more picks coming here that are going to be very, very good as well. Moving into our top 3, in 3rd place, the bronze letter finish is letter B. And letter B was, oh, okay, all right, this is where things get crazy, is the Weller Full Proof. That bad boy comes in at 114 proof, and that is a store pick. I believe this is my buddies down at Circle Liquors. 114 proof, absolute delicious pour right there. 2nd place and 1st place, letter C in 2nd, which was the Blue Note Honey, which comes in at 113.86 proof, the 2025 release. And then in 1st place, which, again, am I surprised this got 1st place? No. Would I have been surprised if it got last place? No. Eagle Rare 17 lives up to the hype that I have given it as my absolute favorite pour so far. And it beat out these 5 whiskeys here on the table right here in front of us. And again, absolute incredible pour. I don't want to ever finish this bottle, but again, these other 5 whiskeys here are absolutely incredible as well. And like I keep saying, in any other blind, these 5 could have possibly gotten in first, but Eagle Rare 17 did take the cake. Make sure you guys drop that like, smash that subscribe button. Again, let me know down in the comments below what your favorite Blue Label whiskey is. And also, did you expect this outcome? Check that Patreon link down below. But until next time, it's been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.